Hello everyone. So I hope everyone is feeling safe at home. So let us start our course UMA 066 Graph Theory. So I want to clarify some points. So our books are, I'm referring this book as Book A, Nursing Dev, Graph Theory with Application to Engineering with Computer Science. And Book B means Discrete Mathematics and its Application, 8th edition by K.H. Rose. So it is our official web page. So any information can be obtained from this web page only. So already uploaded all my notes prior to MST and then which are going to be covered after MST on this official web page only. So contents covered before MST are chapter number 1, 2 and 3 of textbook A, and after MST I think we have got only 2 lectures. I've tried to cover cut set and cut vertices. So this is chapter number 4 of book A. Then during this lockdown period, so we are supposed to cover these contents. So these are largely from textbook A, but some contents are from textbook B also. So 10.7 and 10.8. Let us start from our first topic. So it is a planar graph. So what is meant by a planar graph? A graph is said to be planar if it can be drawn in the plane without any intersection of edges. It could be planar even if it is usually drawn with the intersection of edges. So like this graph is K4. I think you know what is K4. So K4 is a complete graph with 4 vertices where every vertex is connected with other vertices. So if we redraw this K4, so we can redraw this graph in this manner. And this construction is without any crossover of edges. So we can claim, yes, K4 is a planar graph. Same is case of Q3. So this Q3 graph. So this graph can also be drawn in this way. And there is no cross section of edges. So that's why it is also called a planar graph. So that gives an impression that there is a possibility that every graph can be drawn in this planar way. But it's not true. You just try to draw this graph. It is K33. So complete bipartite graph. It is also called a 3-house utility graph. So 3 houses. So these are connected with 3 basic amenities: water, gas, and electricity. So this graph. So if we try to draw this graph in this way, so it is not possible. That means it is not a planar graph. So connected with this planar representation, there is one term. So that is called region and degree of region. So whenever a planar graph is there, so it splits our plane into different regions. So like this graph is a planar graph, and it has divided this whole plane into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 regions. So attached with these regions is one term called degree of region. So it is degree of region. So degree of a region is the number of edges on the boundary of this region. For example, if we take this region R1, so how many edges are bordering this region? So it is 1, then it is 2, and then it is 3. So degree of this region R1, so it is 3. So degree of region R2, it's also 3. Now what about degree of R6? So it is unbounded region. So 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So its degree of this region R6, so it is 7. Now if I take this another graph, so in this graph, the main difference is, so these two edges. So these two edges are contained in a particular region. So like this graph, this edge. So this edge is contained in region R2. Now we apply the definition of degree of region. So its degree is 1, 2, 3, 4. But whenever an edge is contained within that region, then it is counted twice. That means degree of region R2. So it is not 1, 2, 3, 4. It is plus 5 and then 6. So degree of this region R2 is 6. Now similarly for this unbounded region. So this edge is also contained in this region. So it is also counted twice. So then it will be, its degree will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So degree of this region is 6. So finally, we can conclude that every edge, whether it is contained in a region or it is forming a boundary of a region, it is always contributing towards degree of a region. So we can say that sum of degrees of region, so it is equal to twice of number of edges. So this result is quite similar to our handshaking theorem. So where sum of degrees of vertices was equal to twice of number of edges. So it is 2e, it is equal to sum of degrees of regions. So note on this result, we require this result in the later stage. So in a simple planar graph, simple planar means there are no loops or parallel edges. So then degree of every region, so it is going to be at least 3. So we can extend this equality to this one, that 2e is greater than equal to 3r. So just ignore this middle one. So we can write just 2e is greater than equal to 3r. So it holds for every simple planar graph. So up to here, so there are two conclusions. So first, what is the meaning of planar graph? So planar graph means which can be drawn without intersection or crossover of edges. And the next one is the relationship between degree of sum of degrees of regions and then the number of edges. So it is 2e is greater than equal to 3. So connected with this planar graph, there is one important formula. So it is one formula, and then there are two corollaries. So this formula is Euler's formula. So it is Euler's formula. So Euler's formula is in the form of this expression. So this expression is V plus R minus E equal to 2. So if G is a simple connected planar graph with E edges, V vertices, and R number of regions, then this equality holds for every graph of this type. V plus R minus E is equal to 2. So V is number of vertices, R is number of regions, and E is number of edges. So for its proof, we'll take help of method of induction. We'll prove this theorem by constructing a sequence of subgraphs G1, G2, and then finally G. So successively adding one edge at each stage. So starting from step number 1 of method of induction, so it is a base step. So we are applying method of induction on number of edges. So there are 3, actually V, R, and E. So we can apply induction method on number of vertices, number of edges. So now we are applying this induction. So there are some other proofs in books, so which are applying induction method on number of vertices. So but here we are applying method of induction on number of edges. So for E equal to 1, so we are starting from E equal to 1. So when edge is 1, and the condition is it should be a simple planar graph. So simple means no loop, no parallel edge, and planar means without intersection of edges. So with E equal to 1, only one option is there, and graph can be drawn in this way only. So if we count number of vertices, so number of vertices are 2. Then number of regions, so it is only with one region, unbounded region, so R is 1. And then number of edges, so it is equal to 1. So if we put this V equal to 2, R equal to 1, and E equal to 1, so then we always get V plus R minus E equal to 2. That means our result is true for N equal to 1. The second step of induction process is we assume it for some number. So let the result is true for E equal to N. That means, so when number of edges, so this N is just for that induction process. Otherwise, number of edges are E. That means we are taking number of edges to be N here. And this Vn plus Rn minus En equal to 2. It does not specify that number of vertices are N or number of regions are N. It simply means that we are talking about that graph which contains N edges. So N edges, so it is En, and then number of vertices there and number of regions there. So this result is true for any graph, so which contains N number of edges. So V plus R minus E equal to 2. It is true for any graph with N edges. Now the final step of induction process is to prove the result for next value of N, next consecutive value of N. That is for N plus 1 edges. Now, when we are getting a graph of N plus 1 edges, and we are getting it from Gn, means a graph with N edges, there are two possibilities. So one possibility is that two vertices are already present in the graph, and we are just connecting these two vertices, or the other possibility is that we are adding a new vertex. We have to add one edge. So one method is that you are connecting two already present vertices, or the next possibility is you are adding a new vertex and then you are adding a new edge. So we have to see the result v plus r minus e equal to 2 for both the possibilities. So in the first case, when both vertices are already present in the graph, so these vertices are lying on the boundary because it is a planar graph. So if we see, it increases number of regions by 1. So when we are adding these two or these two, so only one edge is to be added. So then number of regions, so these are increased by 1. So it is Rn plus 1. So it is Rn plus 1 means the next graph Rn plus 1, which is with n plus 1 edges. So number of regions are now Rn plus 1. So it was subscript 1, but now it is Rn plus 1. Now number of edges En plus 1. So number of edges are increased. So number of edges are increased in both possibilities. So it is En plus 1. But number of vertices are same. So in Gn, so which was the last graph, which was assumed in step number 2. So Vn plus 1 remains V. So if we put these values of Rn plus 1, En plus 1 and Vn plus 1 here. So Vn plus Rn plus 1 minus En plus 1. So Vn plus 1 remains same. Rn plus 1. So it is Rn plus 1. This En plus 1. So it is En plus 1. So this 1 gets cancelled with this one. And then finally, we are getting Vn plus Rn minus En. And the result is true because it is true from step number 2. So it is equal to 2. That means in this possible case, so this combination of Vn plus 1 plus Rn plus 1 minus En plus 1. So it is also equal to 2. Now the second possibility is that you are adding a new vertex. For adding an edge, you are adding a new vertex. So here is the possibility. So if we are adding a new vertex, no doubt, and edge is increased. Yes, it is En plus 1. So it is equal to En plus 1. Number of vertices are increased. Vn plus 1, it is equal to Vn and then plus 1. But there is no increment in number of regions. So it is not adding any new region. So that means Vn plus 1, Rn plus 1 minus En plus 1. So same calculation is there. So this one, Vn plus 1. So this 1 gets cancelled with increment 1 of edges. So again we are getting Vn plus Rn minus En. So which by step number 1, step number 2, it is equal to 2. So from this we can conclude that this result is true for any number of for any graph with any number of edges. So it is V plus R minus E, it is equal to 2 for any planar. So let me summarize. So planar graph, so which can be drawn without intersection of edges. Then the next one is degree of regions. No doubt, we have not still used this concept, degree of regions. And the next is Euler's formula. So it is Euler's formula. So it is combination of, it is a, you can say a mathematical formula connecting number of vertices, number of regions and number of edges, provided that graph is a simple planar connected graph. It must be a connected graph. There is a path between every pair of vertices. It is a planar graph. No crossover of edges is there. It is a simple graph. It is without any loop or parallel edges. So then this combination is always satisfied. V plus R minus E equal to 2. There are two important corollaries, so which are connected with this Euler's formula. So this corollary number 1 is, so it is E less than equal to 3V minus 6. That number of edges are less than equal to 3V minus 6. Even you can take this condition to be just like the necessary condition for any graph to be a planar graph. So remember, I'm using word necessary and it is not the sufficient condition. So what is difference in necessary and sufficient condition? If this condition is not satisfied, that means graph is not going to be a planar graph. But yes, there could be some cases where this inequality is satisfied, but still the graph is not a planar graph. So then we have to find the reasons. So why this inequality is satisfied and still the graph is not a planar one. But just to start with, so we're taking a graph G, so which is containing at least 3 vertices. This corollary is, this formula is valid for a graph with greater than 3 vertices, but here we are specifically writing that number of vertices must be greater than equal to 3. So then E is always less than equal to 3V minus 6. So it's a proof. It depends upon the last discussion. So what was that last discussion? The last discussion was that number of sum of degrees of vertices. Sum of degrees of vertices. So it is equal to 2E, and 2E is greater than equal to 3R. So what is R? R is number of regions. And why this 3 is appearing here? Because every region, it is bounded by at least 3 edges. So number of regions are, so number of edges multiplied by 3. So this 2E, so it is the main sum of degrees of vertices. So this 2E is always greater than equal to 3R. So remember, it is 2E which is greater than equal to 3R. So sometimes by mistake, so we write 2E is less than equal to 3R. No, it is 2E. It is a fixed number, final number. And it could be equal to 3R or it is greater than equal to 3. Simply in this proof, you can read these points, but only 2 points are there. So one is that formula. It is Euler's formula, so which is V plus R minus E equal to 2. So from that formula, we can extract value of R as E minus V plus 2. And from that inequality, so it says that 2E is greater than equal to 3R. So it is 2 by 3E greater than equal to R. So actually, so this formula is only between E and V. So you have seen in every graph. So our discussion is mainly around number of edges and number of vertices. So hardly we use number of regions. So in this corollary, so we are removing this R. So by connecting number of edges with the number of regions. So this relationship between E and R. So it is not in the form of equality. It is in the form of inequality. So the final result is also in terms of inequality. So it is 2E is equal to 3R, or you can say 3R is less than equal to 2E. R is less than equal to 2E by 3. So then if we substitute this result, and this R is equal to E minus 2V plus 2. So it is R. Okay, so it is R. So it is less than equal to 2 by 3E. So value of R is E minus V plus 2. Now R is removed. So there is no dependence on R now. So it is E by 3 less than equal to V minus 2. And then finally, so we are getting this wonderful result. So which is E less than equal to 3V minus 6. Now using this result, E is less than equal to 3V minus 6. So we can prove that K5, it is not a planar graph. So initially I have shown you that K5, it is a planar graph. So it can be drawn without intersection of edges. But now it is K5. So I'm not drawing this K5 in the, I'm not trying to draw this graph in a planar way, but just I'm using this formula to prove that this graph is not a planar graph. So K5, 5 is number of vertices. And how many edges are there? It is n into n minus 1 by 2. So it is with 10 edges, n into n minus 1 by 2. So 5 into 4 by 2. So the number of edges are 10. So if I substitute this V and here, okay, so 3V minus 6. So this 3V minus 6, it comes out to be 9. And then the inequality is 10 is less than equal to 9. So it is an absurd result. So therefore we can claim that this K5 is not a planar. So this graph was first discussed by Kuratowski's, and he named this graph as Kuratowski's first graph. So the first output of, you can say the first result, first application of your Euler's formula is that using this, we can show that K5 is not a planar.